Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the National Day Political Rally. Your host, Peter Ganesa.
Good afternoon, Gibraltar family. Welcome to the SGGG's National Day Rally 2023. We haven't seen each other for 4 years, and I must say you're all looking amazing. You have not aged at all. Before we go into formalities, in the very unlikely event that something may happen on the square, we have 4 exits. To your left is Casemates Gate, to your right, Landport Tunnel, and behind you, Main Street and Casemates Hill. Before we go into the real celebration of the day, as we all know too well, the reason why we haven't had National Day for 4 years, for various reasons. The prime reason was that COVID hit us and we were forced to keep away from each other. Then last year, just as we were about to do National Day, Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, the Queen of Gibraltar, passed away. Yesterday, we had some very bad news from Morocco. They suffered a terrible earthquake in Morocco. The death toll at the moment is 2,000 people, and that is due to rise. So can I ask you please to remain silent, because we're going to observe a 1-minute silence for those loved ones of ours who we lost for COVID, for Her Majesty the late Queen Elizabeth II, and for those who have lost their lives in Morocco. Could you please stand for our 1-minute silence? Thank you. Thank you, family. Thank you very much. Today we are celebrating the 31st National Day, the first one being held in 1992 in John Mackinger Square, and the following year, 1993, is when it moved to Casemates. And once again this year we come together to celebrate who we are and to tell anybody who cares to listen, whether they're near or whether they're far, who we want to continue to be forever. This is British Gibraltar forever. In celebration of what our forefathers voted for in 1967, to remain British, let us start proceedings with the national anthem. Will you please join Francis Tippler in God Save the King?
God save our gracious King, long live our noble King. God save the King. Send him victorious, happy and glorious, long to reign over us. God save the
Don't go too far, Francis, because we're now going to do the traditional opening of our National Day, and that is for all of us to join in singing Llévame donde nací.
Here we go now. Llévame donde nací, que a tu lado quiero estar. No hay un sitio para mí como vivo en Gibraltar. Solo donde vi la luz tengo puesta mi ilusión. Llévame, quiero morir junto a aquel para mí gran peñón, la línea y el campamento, Algeciras y mucho más. Lo domina por su altura el peñón de Gibraltar. Aunque América es muy grande y tiene mucho que ver, yo quiero a mi peñoncito, aquel que me dio a mi ser. Vamos todos. Llévame donde nací, que a tu lado quiero. No hay un sitio para mí como mi buen Gibraltar. Míralo, tengo puesta mi ilusión. Llévame, quiero morir junto a aquel para mí gran peñón.
Thank you very much, Francis. We'll be seeing him one more time this afternoon. I'm not alone on the stage because this gentleman who's next to me is called Richard, and he does the BSL interpretations. And I'm sure it is no easy task to interpret Llévame donde nací. Thank you, Richard. This is my second favourite part of the rally now, because this is where I do the roll call, and I make sure that all those who said they would join us today are actually here. So, we start welcoming our friends from the British Overseas Territories. From Anguilla, the Honourable Ellis Webster. From Ascension Island, Councillor Laura Shearer. The UK representative for Bermuda is Kimberly Durant. The UK representative for the British Virgin Islands is Tracy Bradshaw. The UK rep for the Cayman Islands is Dr. Tash Ebanks Garcia. From the Falkland Islands, the Honourable Peter Biggs and the Honourable John Birmingham. From Montserrat, the Honourable Joseph Farrell. From St Helena, Minister Mark Brooks. From Tristan da Cunha, please welcome Chris Carnegie. And from the Turks and Caicos Islands, the Honourable Charles Mizik. All representing the overseas territories, of which Gibraltar is one too. From the United Kingdom, please will you welcome first of all a great friend of Gibraltar, Baroness Atlas-Loss. From the Ulster Unionist Party, Lord Rogan. From the Democratic Unionist Party, Lord Weir and Sir Geoffrey Donaldson. From the Liberal Party, Lord Purvis. From the Labour Party, and in no particular order, Luke Pollard, Alex Davis-Jones, Sarah Champion and Stephen Morgan. From the Conservative Party, again in no particular order, Bob Stewart, Sir Graham Brady, Martin Vickers, Cheryl Murray, Nigel Evans, Paul Bristow, Tom Hunt and Henry Smith. The chairman of the All-Party Parliamentary Group for Gibraltar, and also a great friend of ours, please welcome Sir Bob Neal. Coming to us from a little bit further away, from the Gibraltar American Council, Eugene de Souza. Also from the United States of America, Gibraltar's representative in the US, Mr. David Guerrero Liston. And last but by no means least, we have with us today a free man of the city of Gibraltar and also a lifelong friend of ours, Mr. Andrew McKinley. Did you check, are they all here? Did they all stand up? Yes. Thank you. So, our first speech today comes from the Falkland Islands. Can I please welcome the Honourable Peter Biggs.
Dear people of Gibraltar, on behalf of all the UK overseas territories who I am speaking on behalf of today, many thanks for such a warm welcome to this beautiful rock. As a member of the Falkland Islands Legislative Assembly, I know just how important it is to be British. Falkland Islanders know how sacred the defence of our self-determination is to all of us, and we must defend it. Speaking on behalf of my colleagues from the other UK overseas territories, I can categorically state that we are all delighted to be here in Gibraltar to join with you in celebrating your National Day. The UK's overseas territories are all different. We are unique, but we are united, and it is in that unity that there is strength. Together, we will defend our right of self-determination, our future relationship with the UK, and our economic interests. We wish the people of Gibraltar all the very best for their National Day and in the years to come. Thank you, Gibraltar.
Much. Can I now invite you to watch our screens, because we have a message from the Shadow Foreign Secretary, David Lammy.
It's David Lammy, Britain's Shadow Foreign Secretary, wishing the people of Gibraltar a very happy National Day, and it's a chance for me to reiterate the importance of the sovereignty of Gibraltar. It's a cherished part of Britain's global community, and to be absolutely clear that the self-determination of the Gibraltar people is fundamental to their future. I support, of course, the Spain, EU, UK dialogue going forward, but today I wish you a very happy National Day.
Thank you very much to Shadow Foreign Secretary David Lammy. You're going to have to bear with me now for about a minute or so, because we are lining up another video to show you, and it takes about a minute for us to get that tech correct. In 1967, yes, I was alive, there was a referendum in which we were asked, basically, for those who don't know, whether we wanted to pass under sovereignty of Spain, that was option A, or pass, yeah, sorry? Thank you. Or to remain under British sovereignty. 94 people voted to pass under Spanish sovereignty. They have not been seen since. 12,138 people voted to remain British. 99.9% of us voted to remain British. And that is why we're here today, because we still need to tell everybody that we still want to remain British. That's the whole reason for having National Day. I think it may be time now for our next video. He happens to be in Gibraltar on a private visit, but didn't want to give up the opportunity of wishing us all a happy National Day. So, can I ask you to focus on your screens as we hear a message from the Foreign Secretary, the Right Honourable James Cleverly.
So I'm here in Casemates Sq in Gibraltar with the family on holiday, but also taking the opportunity to join you celebrating National Day. So have a wonderful weekend, have a huge amount of fun, and thank you for being such a great friend to the United Kingdom.
And that message comes from a great friend of Gibraltar too. Our next speech today comes from yet another friend. I told you about Amalia. He is the chairman of the all-party parliamentary group on Gibraltar, and he is Sir Bob Neal.
I have to adjust the mics a little for me. But welcome Gibraltar, welcome from all your friends in the UK Parliament. A great welcome to our Foreign Secretary and to everybody here. We've been away for 4 years, we've missed you. It's great to be back. But I promise you, in those 4 years, all of us in the UK Parliament have been banging the drum for Gibraltar, have been fighting the fight for Gibraltar. We've come through testing times, but we've done so together as part of the British family. That's why we're all here as part of the British family today, from the UK Parliament, from the overseas territories. We're here in solidarity with you, and you have the pledge of the UK all-party parliamentary group that every one of us, and we represent every major party in the United Kingdom Parliament, is foursquare behind your continued right to determine your future, your sovereignty, your way of life. We're there to fight for British Gibraltar. Let's give a big cheer that they're getting here in Madrid. Long live British Gibraltar!
Thank you Bob, thank you Sir Bob. The whole of Gibraltar National Day was started in 1992 by the Self-Determination for Gibraltar group. They're still very much behind what you're seeing today. A lot of hard work goes into producing this. Their chairman would like to say a few words to you. He is Richard Buttigieg.
Good afternoon, Gibraltar. It has been 4 years since I last stood before you this wonderful day, our Gibraltar National Day. A day in which we say to all those that might care to listen that this is our land, that this is our home, and this is our nation. To witness thousands of Gibraltarians proudly wearing our red and white colours, celebrating our unique identity, and standing up for our right to self-determination is truly inspiring. It has been and continues to be the SCDD's privilege to organise this important event, but none of it would be possible without all of your support, so thank you for being here. Seeing you here today is all the motivation we need to continue to do it. And it is right that we should all come here today, every year, united as a community, to proclaim our identity as British Gibraltarians and to show the whole world who we are as a people. A people forged from the great sacrifices of many before us, and the people who are used to having to fight for everything that we have. So let some continue to try and take advantage of the Brexit we were dragged into, because it's simply not going to work. There may be delays at the border, there may be trespassers into our waters, but we will not be bullied into submission. Intimidation will just not work. The Gibraltarian is far too stubborn to get into that. And whether others like it or not, absolutely no one will decide the future of Gibraltar except the Gibraltarians. But now, more than ever, we must stand together. There is much more that unites us than separates us. We must stand as one, because no matter the circumstances, it is very important that we rise to any challenges during what is a critical juncture in our history. And there is no better way to fight over those challenges than as a united community. As we always say, el pueblo unido jamás será vencido. We must continue to show the world that we are all proud to call Gibraltar our home, and that we shall together never cease in our efforts to ensure that our right to self-determination is respected. So let them hear us loud and clear. We are the people of Gibraltar. This is our rock, and only we shall decide our future. We owe it to those who fought before us, those who sacrificed so much for us to be able to be here today. But we owe it especially to our children, to never ever surrender, to continue the defense of our sovereignty. Because when I see all these little children here today, I want them to be able to grow up proudly in our Gibraltar, our British Gibraltar, our free Gibraltar. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you. Thank you, Richard. Gibraltar family, we've now come to the main speech of the day. Can you please give a true Gibraltar family welcome to our Chief Minister, Fabian Picardo.
My dear fellow Gibraltarians, no one looks better than you today. You look great in red and white. Red, white and smart. Because today is the day of the Gibraltarians. The day of all the residents of Gibraltar. The day of our rock and its people. And so today, I want to start by remembering those who cannot be in Casemates with us. I want to give us all a very warm welcome to those watching from St. Bernard's Hospital, from Calpe House in London, or from hospitals outside of Gibraltar. I want to give a warm welcome to those watching from Mount Alvernia, from the John Mapp Wing, from Hillside, from Bishop Khadija House, from Albert Lisa House, Seamaster Lodge or Charles Blusson House. And welcome to any person who is at home today through age or illness watching us on television. And to Gibraltarians from around the world, we know that you are with us in mind, in determination, and in Gibraltarian spirit. And a big Gibraltar shout out and thank you also to the people working today to make this rally possible. Thank you to all our law enforcement agencies, especially the police who are keeping us safe. Thank you to everyone in our essential services. Thank you to everyone who is working whilst we enjoy ourselves, especially those in security and in bars and restaurants to feed our parties, and to the men and women of JBS who build this stage and who help us to build a better Gibraltar. Thank you all. We couldn't do it without you. And today, in particular, I also want to remember those who we have lost in Morocco to the earthquake. Our thoughts are with them all. Gibraltar is already working to help as much as we can. The GHA is working to send a medical team, and we will do more to help a neighbor that helped us when we needed them. And now, on National Day every year, we will also remember our beloved deceased Majesty, Queen Elizabeth II, who died before our celebrations last year, and King Charles III, now King of Gibraltar. His Excellency the Governor received a letter from the King where he asked him to convey to me and you the following message. I extend my warmest congratulations to you, Chief Minister, and the people of Gibraltar, as Gibraltar marks its National Day. I look forward to the continuing warm friendship and the strong and close partnership that we share, working together for prosperity, democracy, and peace as we face those challenging times. As you and the people of Gibraltar celebrate today, my wife joins me in sending you our very best wishes for the year ahead. Charles III, thank you, Your Majesty. Thank you also to my fellow Overseas Territories Premiers for joining us today in Gibraltar, and to our beloved UK parliamentarians, without whom we would have much less clout in London. I want to specifically thank Sir Geoffrey Donaldson for being here representing Northern Ireland, a place so close to our hearts as our people were evacuated to that green and pleasant land during World War II. And to Labour for the clear and unequivocal message from David Lammy. Labour will not be any different in government to the Conservatives when it comes to commitments to our sovereignty. Let no one south of London and north of Gibraltar think otherwise. And thank you, in particular, to one of my best friends in politics, one of our best advocates in London, one of the best informed foreign secretaries I have ever worked with, my friend, your friend, our friend, James Cleverly, the British Foreign Secretary at Casemates today, joining us. Now that's a first, that is a first. And also, from the Prime Minister himself, a touching message in a letter I have received today to convey to you from Rishi Sunak, who tells us this: I would like to wish you and all the people of Gibraltar a very happy National Day. Last year's National Day was marked by profound sadness following the passing of Her late Majesty the Queen. I know how strongly everyone in Gibraltar felt that loss. I hope that this year everyone in Gibraltar is able to enjoy National Day and celebrate with family and friends. National Day commemorates Gibraltar's wish to remain under British sovereignty in the 1967 referendum. Since then, Gibraltar has made clear to the international community its wish to remain British. I can assure you, says the Prime Minister, that the UK government will never enter into arrangements under which the people of Gibraltar would pass under the sovereignty of another state against their freely and democratically expressed wishes. And he goes on to say, and we will also never enter into a process of sovereignty negotiations with which Gibraltar is not content. The UK and Gibraltar are joined by an enduring bond. We may be geographically separated, but Gibraltar is a precious part of the UK family within our great Commonwealth. On Gibraltar's National Day, we celebrate that and we look forward together. Happy National Day to all. Rishi Sunak. Thank you, Prime Minister. And so, my dear friends, as I stand here today, with all of you before me looking amazing in blazing red and brilliant white, I'm overjoyed that we are finally back home at Casemates, the home of National Day. But there is a part of me, and I know there is a part of you, that is not so overjoyed. There is a part of me that even today, in this amazing celebration of the great Gibraltarian story, is tinged with sadness, a sadness that will never leave us. There is a part of all of us, I know, that longs for a loved one, a mother, a father, a grandparent, a friend, someone who was with us here in Casemates last time we celebrated together in 2019, who is not with us today. We all feel that void, a void that will never be filled, of all who were here then, but were lost to the cruelty of the pandemic. Never in the modern history of Gibraltar had a moment so dark descended upon our people. Never in the story of our wonderful home had we been called upon to rise up from such desperate depths. Never before had we been called upon to face such a devastating loss. Over 100 Gibraltarians lost to one brutal disease. But face it, we did. With vaccines delivered on angel wings by the RAF from Britain, we rose up. With support from our British family in London, we answered the call. We stood up in defiance of the bleakest darkness this community has ever faced. We picked up the pieces of our broken hearts, and together we resolved to come back stronger. And today we shine a light of hope so bright that we know that all those who were once with us in body are with us in spirit. Today, they join us once again in our hearts once more to celebrate together all the good that together we are and we always will be. They join us and the heroes of our health services and other essential services, and everyone else that pulled us through the darkness to celebrate our new future. A future with a renewed sense of hope, a new understanding of the value of life, and in an unwavering pursuit of our ambitions as a people. The great, indomitable people of Gibraltar. We honor them as we honor all those before them, in particular the referendum generation, those who saw off Franco, those whose efforts, whose resilience, and whose commitment to the great cause of the people of Gibraltar have made this place my, your, our favorite place on earth. The wonderful place that we call home. Because this place belongs to us and only to us. And it will forever belong only to our children and our children's children, like it belonged to our forefathers who are buried in the sacred grounds of all our religions and none. The pandemic might not have known any borders, but the borders. If the politicians in the UK wanted to get Brexit done, you can't imagine what I want Brexit done to be like. 7 years on. No one has worked more than us to get a safe and secure deal done. In partnership with our UK brothers, we're almost there. After 2 years of negotiation, we're on the cusp of a great deal for Gibraltar. But let's be clear, no deal is worth giving up any part of our sovereignty. So let me say one thing to whoever has to hear it. I've been in politics for 30 years in Gibraltar. I spent 30 years defending the rights of Gibraltarians to determine their own future. I spent 30 years declaring that we will not concede one drop of water, one breath of air, or one grain of sand. I've been in politics in Gibraltar for 30 years, waiting for that one moment when this socialist chief minister would be called upon to quote proudly Mrs. Thatcher and say, "No, no, no," to anyone who demands any concession of any kind from Gibraltar. Let me tell you, that time has come and gone. Our position is clear, our position is understood, our position is unshakable. We will work together to achieve an area of shared prosperity. Of course, we will work together to maintain fluidity at the frontier. Of course, we will work together for the benefit of citizens on both sides of the frontier. Of course, but always without a single concession of sovereignty or any element of sovereignty. Saying no to those who claim our land is part of the job description of being Chief Minister of Gibraltar. And believe me, I have known when to say no on your behalf, just as I will know when to say yes. Because I know that we can build this dream together. I know that we are standing strong together. And I know that nothing is going to stop us now. Yeah. And I also know that if you decide later this year that this is the last time that I have the privilege of speaking to you from this stage as your Chief Minister, I will just want to thank you for having given me the honor of my life. Because it is my honor to serve you. It is my honor to represent you, and it is my honor to defend us all together. And if you decide, I will continue to fight our corner. And if not, wherever I am, whatever I do, you know I will work to continue to ensure that Gibraltar will forever be the rock of the Gibraltarians. Red, white and blue, red, white and proud, red, white and free. I love you, Gibraltar!
Thank you very much, Chief Minister. We close proceedings, as we do every year, with singing our very own Gibraltar anthem. So can we please welcome back on the stage, Francis Cipollina.
May you be forever free, Gibraltar, mighty pillar, rock of splendor, guardian of the sea, port of hope in times of need, history. The rock on which I stand, you be forever free, Gibraltar, God give grace to this our homeland, help us to live as one, strong in freedom, truth and justice. Let this be our song. Gibraltar, Gibraltar, the rock on which I stand. May you be forever free, Gibraltar, Gibraltar, my own land. National Day to you all. Thank you.
Gibraltar family, thank you very much for turning up in such great numbers. Have an amazing day. Enjoy. with your friends, your families. Look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you very much.
When I need you, my heart's on fire. You come to me, wild, wild. You come to me, give me everything I need. Give me a sign, come in the world of dreams. Language of love like you know what I mean. Ooh, you get me wrong. Take my heart and make it strong, babe. Come on, Gibraltar! You'll send me the best.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Enjoy your National Day.